Hi, it's me again. Let me introduce you to our new topic for today's unit, entitled Understanding Cooperative Learning Structures. Let us learn together with my groupmates. I am JIMAR P. ZAMORAS.
Hi, I'm James Romel T. DUHAYLONGSOD.
I'm Mark Kevin G. MAMAC.
Hi, I am GENESA SOTILLO.
Hello everyone, good day. I'm JIMAR P. PALUBON.
Hi, I am DIPUTADO.
But before we proceed to our discussion, we are hoping that at the end of this unit, you will be able to identify different cooperative learning strategies used in mathematics teaching and learning, construct instructions for selected appropriate mathematics teaching, demonstrate how these cooperative learning strategies are utilized in teaching mathematics, identify various classroom management routines to be used in cooperative learning structures, and lastly, develop materials such as markers, incentive board, etc. to be used during cooperative learning structure. In an ideal classroom, all students would learn how to work cooperatively with others, compete for fun and enjoyment, and work autonomously on their own. Cooperation is working together to accomplish shared goals. This could be done when students work together to maximize their own and each other's learning. So what is really meant by cooperative learning? Cooperative learning is an educational technique that requires tiny groups of students to collaborate on a shared goals together. For example, have students work together to practice matching basic geometric vocabulary terms with their corresponding geometric figures. By doing this activity, this would help students individually responsible for their part or role in the mission, and as a collective party to ensure they would reach their goal. And with the assistance of a teacher, this increases the structure of a student's cooperative interdependence. To understand more cooperative learning suited for various scenarios, Johnson & Johnson outlined the 5 basic elements that allowed successful small group learning: the positive interdependence, face-to-face interaction, individual and group accountability, First, we have the positive interdependence. Students feel responsible for their own and the group's effort. This means that the group has a clear task or goal so that everyone knows they sink or swim together. The efforts of each person benefit not only the individual but also everyone else in the group. The key to positive interdependence is committing to personal success as well as the success of every member of the group. The second one is face-to-face interaction. Students encourage and support one another. The environment encourages discussion and eye contact. This means that the students promote each other's success by sharing resources. They help, support, encourage, and praise each other's effort to learn. Both academic and personal support are part of this mutual goal.
Third is the individual and group accountability. Each student is responsible for doing their part. The group is accountable for achieving its goal, and each member must be accountable toward the group goal. And the fourth one is social skills. Group members gain direct instruction in the interpersonal, social, and collaborative skills needed to work with others. Group member must know how to and be motivated to provide effective leadership, make decisions, build trust, communicate, and manage conflict. And the last one is the group processing. Group members analyze their own and the group ability to work together. The group members need to feel free to communicate openly with each other, to express concerns as well as to celebrate accomplishment.
Thus, these 5 basic elements distinguish cooperative learning from other forms of group learning. When all of these elements are present in a learning situation, the result will be an effective learning group.
Why use cooperative learning? Number 1. Promote student learning and academic achievement. Cooperative learning helps students to learn because each of them can share ideas and knowledge about the same goals they want to achieve. Students brainstorming and use critical thinking on how they can finish their projects or anything they want to accomplish. Number 2, enhance student satisfaction with their learning. Cooperative learning, first of all, is a fun type of learning. Socializing and talking with one another is fun. Another point is the student can feel satisfaction about learning because they are doing their best, sharing and working with each other for same goal, and the fruit of success is sweeter because of teamwork. Number 3, help students develop skills in oral communication. Cooperative learning requires the students to share each of their ideas about certain goals, and if they are talking and sharing always, it will improve their oral communication skills. Constant talking with each other will give the students more experience about it, which they can use not only in schools but in their daily lives. Number 4, develop social skills and promote self-esteem. Cooperative learning is a group learning, so everyone must cooperate, and while discussing with other students, it will develop their social skills. Also, not only that, it helps the students to gain more confidence in themselves because they give their own opinions about something, and by that we can say that they believe in themselves and that they can make a difference. Number 5, help to promote positive race relations. Cooperative learning is a social-centered learning. It doesn't matter who you are, where you come from. The most important matter is for you to help, have an impact, and share knowledge. From this perspective, we can say that it promotes unity because each of them is cooperating and doesn't care about race. Number 6, can lead to gain as high as 28 percentiles in measured student achievement by Marzano, Pickering, and Pollack 2001. Cooperative learning helps the students to gain more learnings than the normal one because every time the students share, not just their learning but they also expand the knowledge, which is a big factor and also more enjoyable than the normal one.
Some ways to ensure positive independence. First, one pencil, paper, or book given to group. This means that each of the group will be given pencil, paper, or book so that they can start making their assigned tasks. Second, one paper written for group. This means that each of the group consists of one paper for their answer. Third, tasks divided into jobs can't finish unless all help. This means that the task will be divided in each member of the group so that if the task will not finish, at least all the members participated. Fourth, pass one paper around group. Each person must do their part. Can use different color of pens. For example, in the group activity, everyone will answer. When the teacher asks a question, one member of the group will answer. By the next question, another member of the group will answer it. Fifth, jigsaw materials. Each person learns a part and then teacher it to the group. Jigsaw is a strategy that emphasizes cooperative learning by providing students an opportunity to actively help each other build comprehension. 6. A reward if everyone in the group succeeds. This means that the group will be rewarded if all the members will succeed. Lastly, use of STAD or Students Teams Achievement Division. STAD is one of the system of cooperative learning. in which students learn to form into groups of 4 or 5 members representing the students with one skills and different genders. The teachers give lesson and then students work in each group to ensure that all the members have mastered the lesson given. Next, I'll be discussing some expected behaviors to tell students. First, everyone contributes and helps. This means that all the members of the group participate. Second, everyone listens to others with care. This means as a group, we must listen to the ideas of each other. Third, praise helpful actions and good ideas. Fourth, ask for help if you need it. This means that if you don't know how, you must ask for help so that you can understand. Fifth, check to make sure that everyone understands. This means that as a group leader or reporter, we must ask questions so that we can check if everyone's understand. Lastly, stay with the group. This means that you must stay with your group. Lastly, I'll be discussing some ways to ensure individual accountability. First, students do the work first to bring to the group. This means that you let your students answer first before you teach them. Let them think and understand first before you teach them. Second, everyone writes, then clarifies the correctness of all papers. All students have to hand in something. No free rides. This means that everyone should participate in every task given. Nobody will just sit and relax. Third, assign roles and jobs to each student. This means that you must assign a task of each of your students. Lastly, students get bonus points if all group members do well individually. This means that your students earn bonus points if all the group members of the group participated.
Hello everyone, I will be discussing the group rules for individuals' accountability. The group is accountable for achieving its goals, and each member must be accountable for contributing a fair share of the work towards the group goal. No one can hitchhike on the work of others. The performance of each individual must be assessed and the results given back to the group. However, in order to accomplish group goals and maintain its norms, a group must differentiate the work activities of each members. And now, here are the group rules for individuals' accountability. First is the organizer. The organizer provides group with the overall process structure. It also includes to provide an idea on how the group do the tasks and what pedagogy must the group conduct to accomplish the activity. Next is the recorder. Recorder writes down important information, including the directions and the processes of the group work. It also takes notes of the group discussion, compile group members' ideas on collaborative graphic organizer, and ensure to keep all the necessary records of group solutions. Next is the checker. Checker assigns tasks to check and make sure that all group members understand the concept and team's conclusion. Checks for the accuracy and clarity of thinking during the discussion, and checks for the written works and tracks point. Next is the questionnaire. He or she generates questions and involves all students. It also generates the questions to the group work, look for the possible gaps of the study, and provide interesting question for what could go wrong and raises for objection. Next is the assessor. Assessor evaluates the progress of each work session, will give a critique of the group presentation, and probably evaluates the development of the methods and the processes of the group work. He or she serves also to monitor, to judge of what is going on the team, and also take a broad view when problem solving, and by moving slowly and analytically will almost always come to the right decision. Next is the encourager. The task of the encourager is to praise and affirm, record positive comments and actions, and also models and reinforces appropriate social skills. He or she encourages all members of the group to participate and give support in difficult situations. Also, always ready to help if someone needs his or her help. The next one is the summarizer. These students provides a summary of the discussion for the other students to approve or amend, and also restate the tasks and restate the group's conclusions and responses. Spokesperson. Spokesperson represents the group and presents group work to the rest of the class. He or she speaks for the group, not just for referring on one personal view. Re-emphasizes the main point and assigned to voice out the presentation to the class. In short, spokesperson is the speaker of the group. Next is the timekeeper. The timekeeper monitors time and planning, keep track on time, and reminds group how much time is left. In other words, he or she monitors time and moves group along so that they complete the task in the available time. Team facilitator. Team facilitator moderates discussions, keep the team on schedule, ensure that work isn't completed by all, and make sure that all have the opportunity to participate and learn. Next is the elaborator. This person or student seeks connections between the current discussion and past topics in overall course themes. For example, in order for students to solve mathematical expressions and problems, he or she has the prior knowledge on the different mathematical operations. In short, he has relates the discussion with prior concepts and knowledge. And the last one is the research runner. Research runner gets needed materials and is licensed between teams and between their team and the instructor. Thus, he is the one who look and provide materials for the group to do the task at hand.
Some ways to promote face-to-face interaction. First, we have orally explaining how to solve problem. Oral communication refers to verbal communication. Second, we have teaching one's knowledge to another. Many research have proved the learning by teaching effect. Those who spend time teaching what they've learned demonstrate greater comprehension and information retention than students who merely restudy. What remains unanswered is why teaching aids the teacher's understanding and retention of what they've learned. Third, and the last one, is discussing concept being learned. A human or machine learner is taught to classify objects using a set of sample items and their class labels in a concept learning task. By compressing what has been witnessed into an example, the learner simplifies it. This condensed version of what was taught is then applied to new situations.
So, in general, cooperative learning teaches a number of social and emotional skills, gives students the opportunity to learn from each other.